I wanted to own my own business. I was tired of working for other people, but I was also, this idea of residual income totally captivated me.
Consciously, I was not looking because I was so busy with everything else, but subconsciously I knew that I had to find a way to create some residual income that would free up some of my time.
Residual income is so different from any other, linear income. If you work for somebody else, you just trade time for money.
The soap opera Friends, they're getting a residual income even though they're not performing on a day-to-day basis.
It's kind of hard to wrap your brain around residual income unless you experience it.
And residual income is the work you put in today, you get paid for the rest of your life.
And in my opinion, no matter how much money somebody is making on a job or a business scenario that requires a continuous, ongoing, diligent effort, if they can't walk away from that business for a period of, say, 6 months, it is just not the same as earning and owning a residual type of income.
Having time and financial freedom, if anybody could experience it for just one day, they would crawl over broken glass to get it back.
The most we'd ever made in our life was $25,000 a year combined. Yeah, and now to be able to make that in a 4-week pay cycle is pretty unbelievable.
Now I have money, have time, I have money.
The thing about this business that I really liked is I had no employees, I had no overhead, I didn't have to go out and beat up builders for my money when I was done, and I didn't have to worry about getting paid because every Monday the check comes in, whereas as a contractor, maybe 90, 120 days, and I was always at risk financially. Here, I'm always secure, and there's a big, big difference in that regard.
Really, it's just provided security financially that you can't put a price on.
But I think the most significant change, I think this is extremely important, I took back ownership of my financial destiny.
I'd say this is a little bit more glamorous than being a flight attendant.
What's nice is when you wake up and you do not have to have a financial worry.
My favorite part is, of course, knowing the income is continuing to expand. That's the very best part. It's not stopping, it's not going away, it's only continuing to expand.
He bought me a Mercedes-Benz, and I bought the one BMW for my son, and he bought himself 2 Lexus. Yeah.
We're definitely going to be retiring soon. We're both going to be retiring before we're 50.
We're empty nesters. We got grandkids, we have our own place, and we travel all over. And it's like we had time to find each other again.
The money has just freed up my time.
I think last year we hit 6 vacations. Aruba, Hawaii, Hilton Head. I mean, it was just amazing.
We bought an airplane, and my husband loves me for that. I bought him an airplane.
I have a tough time knowing what day of the week it is. Every day is like a weekend.
And when you get a check every Monday, I don't care what the amount is, $300, $2,100, $40,000, which there's all types of incomes. It's a beautiful thing.
Every week we're getting checks from the company, regardless if we're there physically building or not.
I drew my first check, and I've been drawing weekly checks every week since September of 1993. I'm still getting paid for work I did back in September of 1993.
I got cancer, and I got really ill, and I had to do self-treatment at home for a long period of time. My Market America checks came every single week.
Totally debt-free, no mortgage. It feels wonderful.
I wake up in the morning having the security of knowing that to the largest degree possible I own my own life.
We make more in a week than I make of my federal retirement pension on a monthly basis. It's amazing.
We can schedule vacations. We've traveled for 2 months at a time. Went to Australia, went across the country, and I mean, those things we never would have been able to do in a corporate job.
It's just changed our whole world.
I look for people that are looking for change, that are looking for more in some way in their life.
What you're looking for are self-motivated people. You're looking for people that truly want more, because it's not how good you are. It has nothing to do with your name, it has nothing to do with where you've been or whatever. It just has to do with how bad you want.
If you had an extra 10 hours a week, would you mind making $109,000 a year? Would that be of interest to you?
If you're a coachable person, can read the play manual and run the play, you're going to be successful.
Market America is a system.
and it's just basically following the system.
Exactly.
It's very similar to a franchise, you know, in such a way that's systematized and standardized, but it's very different because you don't have to put in a lot of money, you know, to get started, which is critical for new people or average people like myself.
I kind of feel that, you know, JR's business plan is brilliant.
There's no breakaways, there's no huge volume requirements. We still use the components of networking, you know, building sales teams, but we've taken all the loopholes and the negative parts out of it, made it more geared for the average person.
The training program is there. All we have to do is just take their desire and their want, their goals, where they want to go and make it happen.
And I started in this business when I was in college with absolutely no money. So if I can do it with little startup costs and no experience whatsoever, anybody can do it.
Follow the plan and it absolutely works.
25 to 36,000 in a 4-week pay period. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
I am more excited today than I was when I first saw this business plan because, you know, when I was first introduced to this business, I thought it would work. Now I know that it works. And to me, to be able to have the time freedom and the financial freedom, that's when you're in control of your life. You know, that's the winning ticket.
I say to anyone who wants to change their life, what are you waiting for? If you don't like your life now, do something about it.
I wait for the traffic to go by and then I go have coffee.